Hi everyone, welcome back. My skin's doing pretty well just now, so I thought I would take the time to really focus on that area and go over the products that I got in my last haul. This is just going to be a dewy skin look, and it's something that you can glam up yourself or you can just keep it every day. I've just moved this a little bit closer to my skin so you can see, and all I've got so far on is some Lumi Glow Reveal Moisturiser, and this is a really nice base before applying foundation, as it gives a really glowy residue but it doesn't leave your skin looking sticky, and it doesn't feel sticky either. This product definitely enhances the skin, and I really want to try and get more of this brand because I've heard they're really good, but I've only ever tried this. On my brows so far as well, I've just used my usual soap brow and I've brushed them up. And I'm going to start off by using Figs and Rogue's Glow Elixir. And this is designed to delight and intensify skin's natural glow. All I'm going to do is I'm going to apply this to the areas that I really want to intensify the highlight. So that's that. I'm just going to dab that in. I got this in my glossy box a couple of months ago, and it's so nice because you can just wear it with some moisturiser and your skin looks amazing. Or you can apply it before adding foundation, and it definitely gives a more luminous glow. This is good for people who have got oily skin and they have to use a matte foundation, because obviously when you use a matte foundation it takes all the shine away from your skin. So you can see it in that light already. I'd really recommend this product. Now that's all blended, I'm just going to do the usual and use my Revolution C7 concealer, and I'm going to go under my brows and just trace it out. That's under my eyebrows done. I don't want to do such a harsh line as I want to keep this look very light and natural looking, so I've just blended this as much as I could while still having that structure there for when I fill in my brows. And next, I was going to go in with my NARS Luminous Foundation, as that would have made sense. However, because I'm wanting to try my new products, and this foundation doesn't mention anything about being matte or luminous, I thought I would just give it a try and see what it's like. So this is the Ordinary 2.1Y coverage foundation. I'm going to pump it onto the back of my hand, and that was just 2 pumps. It says it's a high coverage foundation, but I've heard that it's very buildable. I'm just going to spray my face with Fix Plus. Spray it on my little beauty blender as well. And then I'm just going to take it and lightly dab it into my skin. I'm not wanting anything too heavy, as I want to keep my skin looking as fresh as I can and not packed with product. So far, I really like the colour that it's coming out, and it's blending well into my skin, especially since I've got moisturiser on underneath. It's covered my pores so nice here, and usually my pores are quite big there. I'm actually really impressed with that already, and that was only a tiny little bit, like I've still got all the product the rest of my hand. I'm not gonna lie, because NARS is my favourite foundation, but I think that's going to be actually up there now, because I'm really liking this. For the price of this as well, it's only £6. I'm seriously impressed with how good a job it's doing. I think what will be the winner for me is if it oxidises, and so far looking on my hand it hasn't oxidised yet, and usually if a foundation is going to oxidise it usually does it straight away, because my Tarte Shape Tape one that oxidizes as soon as I place it on my face. And I go extremely orange. The lighting is making this look a bit darker than it is. But I promise this is like totally my colour right now. I'm going to take another pump. So that's 3 pumps now. I might not use all of it. I'm just going to apply it to my head. My foundation is all applied. The only issue that I've got so far with this foundation is the fact that it doesn't have a lid. So it means that you're always going to have to constantly wipe this little drippy bit off. Which is not that big a deal, but I just prefer if it had a lid. Apart from that, I can definitely see myself using this foundation almost every day now, maybe. Well, not every day, just for when I'm wearing makeup if I don't want to use like such expensive brands. Because it's definitely covered my pores and my darker spots that I've had from past blemishes. And it's still leaving a really nice looking look, a dewy look on my cheekbones, which I want to really emphasise right now. I'll wait and see how it reacts later on and see how it melts off my face if it does, or if it starts disappearing in some parts. I'm now going to try the new Barry M Full Coverage Concealer. If you watched my haul, I did say that I wanted a concealer for going just below my eye and then just above my cheekbone, because I wanted to add more dimension to my face. I'm going to spray my concealer beauty blender that also needs washed. Just lightly dab that in. Going to see how it reacts with the ordinary foundation. I'm actually really liking that as well, because it's not too dry and it's not drying straight away like the minute I put it on my face. So it might not see a difference on the camera. I wouldn't say it's full coverage, I'd say it's actually quite light, but I think like the foundation, it's going to be buildable. And then I'm going to go in with the lighter concealer that I got from NYX, and I've used this one already. And it's a favourite. Even though I'm applying a lot of product, all of the products that I'm using are still quite light. This concealer is still leaving a really dewy finish and would be nice to use under the brow bone and even on the lid for when applying eyeshadow. I'm just going to apply it to the rest of my face, my chin area, a little bit here, into my nose, down my nose, and then just on my... I'm really satisfied with all the face products I've got so far. I'm next going to be using the Rihanna Fenty Beauty cream bronzer and cream blusher that I got. For the bronzer, I'm going to go in with Teddy 05 in Fenty Beauty cream bronzer. I'm going to just take a more defined Real Techniques bronzer brush, give that a little swirl, and then lightly apply it here. The formula seems very smooth and it's not causing any separation, which is the one thing that I was worried about, because with previous cream products that I've used, they separate the foundation and you're left with like all these big patches and blotches everywhere. If you just go in lightly, it's actually quite easy to use. So if you're not that familiar with cream products, then this is the kind of technique to use for it. I swear the camera always makes it look so much harsher than it is in real life. Because it looks like I've got a huge big line, but I don't. I was maybe going to try and see what the other side would look like if I used a beauty blender to apply it. The colour is so nice. It doesn't look mucky on my skin. Right, I'm just going to take some on the brush. Like that. And I'm going to go in with my foundation beauty blender. Ooh. I think I might actually like that better than the brush. So all I'm doing is just applying it like that, even though it's maybe picking up more of the product. I'm going to turn like that because the lighting. I'm going to apply some on the ends of my nose and down my nose. I'm going to do the same again and just coat my brush and apply it to my forehead and then blend it in with the beauty blender just to see how that turns out.
Which one of yous?
It was Mum!
Eh?
It was Mum!
Your mum be back again?
Yeah. So that's two ways there that you can apply this, and I think I actually like it more blending it in with the beauty blender, because I just feel like, I don't know if it's just the lighting or not, but it seems very harsh over here, and it's kind of not separated, but there's like a build up of the product here, which makes my face look a little bit mucky. But over here, it looks really nice. Like I said, I'm quite unfamiliar with these kind of products, so it's kind of trial and error. Can you see that bit there? Unsure what that's from. Don't know if it's maybe the foundation or the bronzer itself, or maybe I've just got a little bit of dry skin. However, I think my forehead looks so nice with the cream bronzer. It's definitely nice on the on the nose. This side looks good. I'm just a bit iffy about this side. I'm now going to go in with the cream Fenty Beauty blusher in Summertime Wine. Whoa. I've just coated my brush a little bit, not too much. And I'm mostly going to apply it near the temples as well. I don't really want to have that much on the apples of my cheeks. I love the colour. Wow. This applies to the skin so much nicer than the bronzer already. And it's definitely got a natural glow to it. I'm going to definitely look into getting more of these in just different colours. And I'm barely touching the product. I think this has been my favourite so far, just because of how well it's applied. I don't know if it's because the bronzer's not really went how I thought it would. I'm just going to go over it a little bit to neutralise it so it's not as intense. And I'm going to take my bigger bronzing brush and just dip into the bronzer again and blend these two together. I'm going to take just a Spectrum A06 brush and apply it to the creases of my eyes, because I'm not doing any eyeshadow but I still kind of want to look nice and glowy. I'm very, very happy and impressed with the blusher. The bronzer, not so much. I think I just need to play around with it first and see what works best for me, but I think the Beauty Blender definitely worked nicer than the brush. I just think the brush kind of smudged everything around and made it quite harsh looking. I've blended it out now with the Beauty Blender, so it is looking better. But I'd maybe give it like a 7 out of 10, but I'd give the blush definitely like a 9 out of 10. I just can't go over how nice it looks and how well it applied to my skin. All I'm going to do now is just apply a little bit of my translucent powder. Not too much, because I don't want to take away the dewiness of this, but I still want to be able to keep my foundation on if it gets a little bit hot. I'm just going to pat that over this area nicely. Mostly on my eyelids as well. And then on my nose. I'm going to take a little bit of the Fenty Beauty normal bronzer in Caramel Cutie, and I'm just going to try and fix that little bit here. Yeah, that looks much better. I don't have that harsh bit there anymore, if you can see that on the camera. And that's just helped to kind of blend both the products together. So I'm going to spray my face again with some Fix Plus as always. So I'm not going to use a powder highlighter today. I'm actually going to use the Cinnamon Fenty Beauty shimmer stick that I've got. I'm just going to lightly dab that on my cheekbones, because I don't want anything too intense. Because when you're doing a dewy look, you don't want to just cover your face in highlighter. You just want to use the correct products in order to get an almost natural looking. This product is like butter, I swear. It blends so nicely into the skin. It's very soft. And it's not separating the foundation or the powder. Quite glad that I got this in a darker colour, so it means I can use it if I'm a little bit tanned or like a lot tanned. And it definitely does sheen out, because when I tried it on my hand, so it wasn't like a big huge line, and then when you rub it in, it's really nice. I'm really happy with this as well, because it's not left any streaky lines where I've applied it. And it's definitely just gave a nice subtle look. This isn't the only way you can use this. Like, you could use it as eyeshadow, or you could apply it how I applied the Glow Elixir before the foundation. I'm just going to apply it a little bit more here on my nose. I'm actually going to take a little bit of the blush and just go over the top of my nose as well. So here's how it's looking right now. You don't look too artificial because you've not used a powdered highlighter. Everything's just kind of in stick or cream, and it doesn't feel sticky. It's not going to melt off my face. All I've done now is curled my eyelashes. I'm not actually going to apply any mascara because I'm liking how it's looking, just looking so natural. I'm going to fill in my eyebrows just a little bit underneath and apply some brow gel. So taking soft brown in my dip brow, I'm just going to lightly go where is it? Under my brow. Nothing too heavy. I think I'm going to change my mind and apply mascara because I've realised that when I do it in photos, like if I want to take a photo of this look, I don't really like having bald eyelashes. And you could always apply false eyelashes as well, but I'm not going to lie, I really just can't be arsed today. I'm going to take my NYX brow gel. Just brush my eyebrows into place. And then I'm going to put some mascara on and I'm going to do my lips. I'm just going to finish off the look by lining my lips with Praline from Peaches and Cream. This lip liner is so soft and I think it's possibly nicer to apply than a MAC lip liner. And then I'm going to go in with a lipstick. The only thing about the lip liners is I wish there was more colours to choose from because they only have 5 colours at the moment. And then I'm not going to apply any lip gloss today because I just want all the focus to be on my skin and not on my lips for once. Because usually I would do like my lips so overdrawn. Just so I keep it nice and simple. Here's the finished look, something that's super natural and dewy, nothing too over the top. Like I said before, this can be glammed up, you can add eyelashes, you can add eyeshadow, really anything, but this is just like the basic of it. I definitely want to try and work with the bronzer a little bit more, maybe play around with different foundations, different brushes and see if that gives me a different finish with it. I am happy with how it's turned out, but I just don't think it's lived up to the expectations I thought it was going to be. Apart from that, I've loved all the other products. I'm really impressed with that foundation and especially the cream blusher. I'm going to get more colours of those, I think. I hope this has helped someone and thank you for watching.